Hi guys, it's Miss Andrea. I hope you're all doing very well. So today we are going to make Snowman Mason Jars. So what you can use them for, what I use one for, I have at work, is I put pencils and scissors and whatnot right in it. You can put crayons and markers, and I find mine really cute and really handy. So what you're going to get home is you're going to get a piece of fabric. Look, I'm shedding. Three buttons and a mason jar and yarn. So the yarn I measured out for you, it's 41 librarian hands worth. I have a piece measured here. You just need to provide some glue, and you could use Mod Podge or Elmer's glue. And scissors, because I cut these myself, so won't hurt my feelings. If you want to trim them a little bit, that's quite all right. I'm not, perfect at all. So what you want to start, first off, what I would do is take your yarn that I gave you and kind of spread it out around you, because you're going to take it and it's going to wrap and you're going to turn the jar. So the straighter your yarn is, the easier it'll be, right? Because if you hit like a clump, which I'm sure I will at some point, then you kind of have to fight through it, which is fine too, but just as a little heads up. So I'm going to keep mine looking a little ragged because I kind of like that it's a different size, and they should all fit your jars perfect. So strings cut, my thing's cut okay, so I'm going to put my scissors away. And I'm going to cover it in glue. If you want to get, you might actually have one of these glue containers already. I've sent them home to you before. And I believe, if you've signed up for programs before. And I believe I've also sent you home with entire things of Elmer's glue. So if you want to use that. So just start, you don't need a lot. It's just holding on yarn and buttons. Right? Just a little. There we go. So I hope you guys had a good holiday and you're having a good winter. So far, as of this taping, we had one good snowstorm, but hopefully we'll have another one, right? I love snow. We built a weird snowman. It was ice. So it wasn't really a snowman, it was snowman built into a pile of ice. But I think he was adorable. Yeah. I've been doing a lot of reading in my time, which I enjoy. You guys know that. There we go. You could always start your string halfway through if you want also, just so you can get an idea on where you stand with it. I am going to try this way so that the glue doesn't drip onto the string, although I made a kind of a like a prototype and it really didn't drip. But as you see, I'm like wiping it as I go. Alright, but that should be good. Like I said, you don't need, if there's too much glue in one spot, you could use this time to spread it out. Okay. And you want to get your string, well, first you want to close your glue because you don't want to knock it over with your elbow. And the bottom part, don't put your glass on the side because you'll have glue all over your plate. The bottom part you want to get really nice and tight because once you get to the top, this scarf will be covering part of it. But at the bottom, it's all snowman, right? So I'm going to wrap it a couple of times. You can push it down. If you get glue in your hands, it's glue. It washes off. You just want to make sure the foundation's good. And then what you do what I found was easiest. Turn the glass. Don't turn the string. Because the string, again, it'll get caught on itself a bit. But, you know, we're not looking for perfection. We're looking for cute and fun. I'm going to actually move these off the plates, because I'm sure that sounds lovely on camera. And remember, when you make your appointments to pick it, your grab and goes, see, like right now, I'm going to spread my string out a little more. It's starting to clump. There's that. Push it down a bit. Make some browsing appointments. Come in, let us help you pick out books. Right? We miss seeing you guys. There's that. Look at that. If there weren't copyright rules, I'd be playing some Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. But I can't sing, so I'm not going to put you through that torture. This. We're getting there. It's like a dance of string. And if yours reaches the top before you run out of string, which you should have plenty of string because I measured it based on this size glass, you can always just bring it back down again, right? Cover in any gaps you might have, anything like that. So let me know in the comments if you have any New Year's resolutions that you made and are sticking to it. You know what mine is? Read the books that I already own. Because you guys, you know I love my books, but I don't know if you also know I love buying books. And it's almost like two separate hobbies, which is kind of weird, but super true. Alright, so now I'm going to move it down a little bit to use up the string I have left. Because like I said, you run it a lot of string. I'm actually going to pick up the whole jar. Just be careful you don't drop it. Well, a lot of string on the bottom. So if you miss spots on the bottom, now's the time to fix that. Because that's what you're going to see the most of. Alright, there's that. So let's grab our glue again. And if you want to add a little dab of glue to hold that down, you can. But what I think I'm going to do is, that's where one of my buttons is going to go. Okay? So, first, I don't know, can they see? Colin's my assistant here as usual. I'm not just talking to myself. So you wrap like that. So if yours isn't cut with like a smaller side, you can always do that on your own with a pair of scissors. That fabric should cut super easy. And then just put a little bit of glue. Again, you don't need a lot. Right? A little bit of glue. And this should hug on here pretty good. Or what we can also do, I forgot to do it first, so excuse me, add some glue to the actual scarf. See, I always gotta forget something, guys. But that's okay. Just go back and fix it. And this already, you know, the jar is covered in glue, so it kind of grabbed on its own. I would put it on the scarf and not on the jar so it doesn't mess up your yarn. Okay. Maybe hold that on a little bit. Okay. Lay that guy down. And the glue will dry, so if you see it, it should dry, or you could rearrange your little guy. Or you could even put one of your buttons here. So your buttons have two sides, right? So this is the nicer side. So flip them and glue them. Again, a little bit goes a long way. These are small buttons. And you guys all have different color scarves and buttons, and there's a lot of different colors out there floating around in the world. So yeah, I'm gonna put one here. And do the small one. Add a little glue to the spot I'm putting it also. And a little more glue under there. Once this all dries, that extra glue you can wipe off. This little guy don't want to stick. He likes my fingers too much. Alright, so I'm going to leave it so it dries. But there you go, that's your final product. And again, once it's done, I'll put up a picture. You can wipe the excess glue off, right, with a little wet nap. And you could use it. I have my sample here. This one I had bigger jar, so it's not covered as much with the string, because it's the same amount of string. But you can put that in, you know, maybe like markers and crayons. Alright, there you go. Again, close your glue, don't forget. Have a good day, guys.